Hello everybody, it's me again, Charles Norman from Sports Solutions LLC. And if you have a high school athlete that is looking to play at the collegiate level, then this video is for you. Please give me a little bit of time. Now, you've seen in the title that I put in, this is what a high school athlete and their family should be thinking about from 2022 and beyond. Now, if you guys are like the area that I'm living in right now, high school sports is a ball of confusion, especially if you're trying to get an athletic scholarship. Games are being canceled, practices are being canceled, there's no way for the coaches to travel, tournaments are being postponed. It's just a big mess. But what I want to talk about now is bigger than that. Now, you guys know we are a company that created a software technology called Athletic SOS. And at the end of this video or somewhere in the middle of the video, I'm going to give you access to it. Or if it's not there, it'll be down in the bottom. In the description, I'll put in a code and I'll tell you guys how to get signed on. The last couple of days, I've done 3 different videos, one showing how the software works for high schools and for the general public, how you would use it, and then how to use the code that I'm going to give you at some point in this conversation here or down below, like I said before. But what I really want to do this video on, and this one will be a little longer than normal, and that's why I like to put on YouTube. Go ahead and hit that little gear box down there in the lower right-hand corner and speed it up if you need to. But basically, I want to go over what the future is for high school athletes that want to play at the collegiate level. What should you be doing right now? Let's say you're an 8th grader, 9th grader, you haven't even started playing at the high school level yet, or you're a junior or senior. What should you be doing as you move forward, because all the rules have changed? Okay, here's what we want to start talking about. You know, I always do the 4 Ps, preparedness, practice, performance, and then I talk about positioning. And so what we want to do now with these youth that are moving forward is you want to start right now today. Everything you do that has anything to do with you playing your sport, you should be getting chronicled here. So it could be photos, videos, all of that kind of stuff. You should be taking some note of what you're doing, and you should be creating a social awareness around that. You don't have to put everything on the internet right now. I know a lot of parents are hesitant to do that, and I get it. You don't have to do all of that. But what we're doing right now is we're building a reservoir of items that will become valuable if you do make it to the next level. The most important thing we're trying to do with our Athletic SOS and here at Sports Solutions LLC is we're trying to create the next wave of adults out of our kids for the day that are prepared for whatever comes their way. Because if anything this pandemic has shown us, you cannot assume anything. So we want these kids to be prepared for what comes next. I am in the baby boomer. I'm the last vestige of it, but I am in that world, and our world has just disappeared. The way our kids aren't going to be able to do what we were able to do, go get a job, stay there for a long time, maybe get a pension or get our 401k built up, have some money, retire. All of that's gone. They're going to have to be much more flexible, and we want them to start right now, today. And so to do that, what they're going to need to do is start chronicling themselves right now and getting themselves in position for whatever they want to do in the future. So everything they do, their nutrition, their workouts, their perseverance, what they're thinking about every day. And then the most important piece of this is for us is we want to create some great community people. So I want those kids to start right now. I don't care if they're in the 8th grade, junior high, they're 9th graders, 10th grade. They should start out doing stuff in the community and chronicle that too. I want them to get that in their mindset, because here's the bottom line. If we don't all help each other as we move through this world from moving forward, we're going to have bigger problems than we need to. We need to all be of the mindset that we need to help each other out. We need to look out for each other. Now, I'm not talking about in some sort of socialism type thing. I'm talking about just out of the generosity of your heart. You want to take care of your community and your whole community. It's the best you can. What can you give back? Because it's going to come back to you tenfold. And that's not the reason you do it, but it's just what happens. And I'm living proof of that. So I just want that in the minds of our young people as they try to get themselves in position. So I'm going to give you guys access to our software. It is not going to cost you anything, but it is not free. I don't use the word free. I spent all of 2021 getting rid of all of the money that I paid back all the money that I was given before to help me build the software and all that. I paid that back, and then what I did was I went out and started making partnerships with smaller companies that are kind of doing not exactly what we're doing, but they're in the same field. I called it YOFF, Y-O-F-F, Youth Oriented fiduciary focus. These are all for-profit businesses because I'm big on for-profit, right? I think you should be able to make a living out of something you're doing. And so those companies, but they also have a altruistic portion of there that is geared towards the youth. So youth-oriented, fiduciary focus. They want the benefit to go to the families, although they do have a for-profit business too, and we're going to try to all work together, and I call it our YOF collective, right? So anyway, I'm going to have those inside the software. So if you see something in there you like, and I've vetted everybody that's in there, you see something in there you like, go ahead and go with them. So I've got different stuff right now. I get a lot of questions from you guys about the SAT, ACT. How do I get better? Because it's really expensive, right? If you try to send them to somebody to help train them to do a little bit better in the SAT, ACT, it can cost you hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And so we've worked with somebody that has an online version of this that's a fraction of the cost, and they do a great job. And so we're one of the few people they're actually partnering with because they like what we're doing and we like what they're doing, and so we want to bring them to you guys. So I'm going to do more of that. Now, getting back to your kids and your families, what should you guys be doing? Positioning is the most important thing for you. So what I talked earlier about preparedness. Do you have your kids, are they taking the right courses in high school, right? And when we talk about taking the right courses, I'm talking about, do they have the courses they need to play NCAA Division I? Get that done. Go talk to your counselors. Go, I want my kid to take the courses that will allow them to play NCAA Division I sports. Just do that. Anything you fall short on there, you got NCAA Division II, Division III, NAIA. Those are all different rules, but none of them have as much requirements as the NCAA Division I. So if you can get that done, you're good there. Now, next, we need to make sure that you are practicing. This is really important. You got to practice with your team. Maybe you got a travel club program, your high school program, whatever is going on there. But look at your kid. What position can they play at the collegiate level? And then get a private coach if you can, or get somebody to help train them for that position. Even though they may play the other position for the travel club and high school team, you still need to have them learning how to play the position that they could possibly play at college. Really important. I'm going through these quick because I'm going to do individual videos on each one of these. Then the next thing we talk about is performance. The one place I can't help you guys that much. When you get in a game, you have to perform. When college coaches are looking, you have to perform. That is your moment as a student athlete. Nobody can fix that for you. You have to do that yourself. And I'm sorry if the shadow's coming over right now. The sun's moving. I like to do these outside, and sometimes the sun will move around a little bit. But so really important that you perform when it's time to perform. And there's nothing I can do to fix that. Only thing I can say to you is give yourself as many opportunities as possible. And that's going to come to our last one, which is positioning. And positioning means I know all of my options and opportunities to play at the next level, and that is what our software is going to do for you. It's going to show you every single school you qualify to attend based on your academic information, your sport, and the level you can participate in. So hopefully all of that makes sense. So we're giving you the tools, and then what you have to do is perform when it's time to perform, and then you're going to give yourself as many opportunities as possible to perform in front of the people, the college coaches basically, that would recruit you. And then the next piece of that is, and I call this perseverance. And so we've had to do this in our business. And so I know how important this is now. You'll watch a lot of people, especially financial gurus, right? Your Dave Ramsey, Susan Orman, Robert Kiyosaki, all those guys. I watch a lot of their stuff. And so they always talk about understanding assets and liabilities. And I know I'm kind of going off the beaten path, but I think this is important. Assets and liabilities. You always hear this, assets and liabilities. Well, what liabilities really are is real life, right? You got to have a car. You want to take vacation. You want to enjoy your life. Those are actual liabilities they take away. Now they're saying build up your assets so that you can use your assets to pay for your liabilities. I get all of that. But really what you need to do is you need to get assets and you need to get resources in your life. Your kids need to understand that process, assets and resources. And so this software is an asset. All the people your college, your high school coach, your travel club coach, any kind of trainers you have, the people that you meet in your community, your neighbors, your principal, your student counselor, the people that you meet while you're playing, those are resources that you can fall back on as time moves on in life. So it's not just about what can you do for me? What can you do for other people? That's how you build resources. And as you build resources, your assets are going to be the things that I talked about before. Start filming. Talk about your nutrition. Talk about your start taking photos when you're out and doing community events and giving back to the community. Whatever you're doing in life, those start to become your assets that you can use later on. And so, and then your ability to play is an asset. Take advantage of that. I hear so many parents say, oh, you know, athletics, that's not what we're about. We're going to go to school and they're going to become a doctor, they're going to become an attorney. Well, the first 2 years of college is general courses anyway. So why not let your kid, if they get an opportunity, let them go and try it out. Let them have that. Don't take everything away because you're so focused on this one thing. That's why I talk about the asset liability thing is you still have to have life. You got to live. You got to enjoy things. These are stories they can tell, and you don't know who they're going to meet just by participating in something that everyone doesn't get to do. Everybody can't play at the collegiate level. Heck, everybody can't play at the high school level. Let them enjoy that and move on. You can have both. So I wanted to throw that in too. So down at the bottom, go ahead and subscribe. I'm not going to do a whole bunch of YouTube videos. I'll do enough to kind of keep things going. But if you subscribe to us, you'll see all those other little videos I talked about, what the software really is, what it does. You can get a kind of really quick 1 minute, I go 1 minute overview on it, and I'll do some longer ones for you guys too, walking you through the software and how it works and why you would use it. And then I talk about how to use the code, because I'm going to put the code down here in the description too that you can use, how to actually go to our site and use the code to get at no cost. And just understand the back end of that, there are going to be some things offered to you. You do not have to go to them, but it will be there for you. So I don't want you to be surprised or think I'm trying to pull something. What I really need from you guys and it's important for me that I owe for you guys, and not just taking from you, but what I owe you, I need to get you to trust me. Because I get it. I'm a guy on YouTube. You don't know me. I'm not a former coach. I'm just a parent that ran into trouble trying to get my daughter an athletic scholarship, and a high school coach helped me figure it all out. He used to be a college coach, so he told me how to do it the right way. I was a systems analyst, 36 years, city of LA. I retired to do this with my family because what I saw, and this is probably important too, I saw through the years, they stopped hiring people into the city, into the systems, and they started contracting out. So that idea, I saw the writing on the wall for the next generation. They're not going to get what I was able to get out of this thing. So I understand that these kids moving forward are going to have more trouble if they try to follow the traditional path, but they're going to have more opportunities than you can imagine. If they start now, they'll be in better position later on, and that's why I really emphasize positioning. So I will go over each one of those 4 things on separate videos: the preparedness, the practice, the performance, and the positioning. And then perseverance, it just really is what it is. It is one of those things where you're starting to build up assets and resources. And yes, there are going to be some liabilities in life, but I think those are the things that make life, as my wife tries to remind me all the time. So anyway, I just wanted to make this video real quick and get it out to you guys. Best of luck to you guys always. Look down in the description. I'll put in a code for you, and I'll put some brief descriptions on how to go and use that code. Go ahead and use the software. It's fantastic software. If you want to subscribe to us, I'd appreciate it. You know, you can hit the notification bell, all of that other stuff. That's not as big a deal to me as I'm not trying to make a living off of YouTube. I actually want to get the software in your hands, and then I want to build a business for my family just like everyone else. And I'm going to give you the best piece of software you can possibly get for your kid if they want to get an athletic scholarship. So that's where we are with this thing. Again, as always, thank you guys for taking time out to listen to this. And I hope the video doesn't get too shadowy and you can't see me or whatever, but I hope the message comes across regardless. And then I'll try to move and do a couple other videos while I'm out here today at the park. All right, thanks guys. Talk to you later. Bye.